So, Sanjay sir, should we start? I'm sure students will keep joining in.
Yes, people can continue to join. I think we can start.
Yeah, okay. So, good afternoon and welcome all to our session today, which is on the awareness program on the All India Cadre of Safe Food Business Professionals. We are blessed to have a veteran from the food industry, Mr. Sanjay Dave. Sir has been the former chairperson of the Codex Alimentaris and former advisor with the FSCC. So with this, sir, I hand it over to you. We are eager to know more about this Young Talent Search program that has been jointly organized by Nestle as well as NIFTEM. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Nilesh, for organizing this this important event of so that people can be aware of what this program is all about. I will run through some of the slides, essentially 15-16 slides, broken up into few parts. What I will do is I will try and complete my presentation in about 30-35 minutes. And then I would like to leave 1 hour for discussion. I'm sure people would like to know more about what this program is all about, why this program, what are the different contours of this program. And then there can be lots of specific questions which I may not have visualized until now, but I think and I'm confident of being able to answer almost all the questions. And in case I'm not able to answer, I will make sure that you get the answer in a short time. So what I will try to do is to cover what is the genesis of this entire program, what are the benefits of this program. You might have seen the brochure. I will include some portions of the brochure in this presentation, and then what the structure is. So just to the why young talent search? Why do we want to search young talent? We want India to be a leader in food business. We want India to be leading food business around the world. And people like you all, young people like you, are the people who can really make a difference to the world and to India. And that is why we wanted to look for young talent. Let me give you a little example. Supposing I'm still a young person, but not as young as you all are. But supposing I'm working in a SME, in a small or medium scale company, but I'm very talented. And unfortunately, I have no contacts anywhere. I don't know people anywhere. I come from a small family. And I don't know what Nestle is. I don't know what Kellogg's is, what people are in Coke and Pepsi are. And I have done my food technology or food science from a small city and a college somewhere in a remote area, not in the metropolitan cities, where mostly the multinational companies go for campus recruitment, campus interviews. But maybe in my college, nobody comes. But somehow I have been able to find a job for myself in a SME, but I am very talented. How should I make a career? How should I be recognized as a knowledgeable person, as a competent person? This is an opportunity. This opportunity is open to anyone in the country. even if you are living in a small village and your college is somewhere in a remote area, not easily accessible to the big cities, you have an opportunity to be identified as a talented person, and you have an opportunity to make your career and build a reputation for India and for your company wherever you are working. So that was the idea. Now, how this idea came about? First of all, you must be aware that there are civil services, the administrative service, the foreign service, the police service, the income tax service, foreign trade service. Lots of services are there. Is there any service for food safety? No, we don't have. And rightly so, because government does not create positions every year. Government creates positions for administrative officers, for foreign service officers, for police service officers, for income tax officers. Every year they create, and that is why they conduct these civil services exams. But for food safety, obviously, every year people are not recruited. However, through this program, you have an opportunity. Now, how did this idea came about? This idea came during the COVID first wave. Thanks to COVID. As our Prime Minister used to say, Aapda mein avsar. Opportunity in problems whenever we have. In calamities. It was a calamity. And what I used to do is, we could not go out because there was a complete lockdown. So what I would do is, in the morning and in the evening, I would go to the terrace, have a walk for about half an hour, 45 minutes with my wife, sometimes without my wife if she's busy. And I used to keep thinking what we should be doing. Then I used to think, oh, I have worked with so many different kinds of officers, some very competent officers, some not so competent officers. And I was just thinking about various things. And when I was a diplomat in Brussels, I was working with foreign service officers. I'm not a foreign service officer, but I used to work with foreign. So I was thinking all these things, and then I thought, why not something for food safety? Let's create that. FSSAI is recruiting people through an exam, but they have conducted exam once or twice or thrice, but they're not going to conduct exams every year throughout the life. Maybe once there is a saturation, lots of people are there, they don't need more people. Or if they need more people, maybe after 5 years, maybe after 6 years, they might advertise again and then start appointing. But in the meantime, what happens to our competent people like you? What should you be doing? And people who are even working even today, don't you want to have growth? The competent people, even working in FSSAI, don't you want to have growth? I'm sure you want to. So we tried to create this program. So then I needed somebody to run the program. I had just created an idea and I wrote it down on a piece of paper. So I contacted the Nestle Food Safety Institute, whom I have been knowing because I've been organizing training programs on for the state government officials and for the different colleges and universities, and they used to take care of my travels. So I asked Nestle Food Safety Institute, would you be interested in this kind of a program? So they thought for a moment, they said, yes, let us see. We will have to discuss this with our headquarters in Switzerland, because the Nestle Food Safety Institute is primarily based in Vevey in Switzerland, and they have 2 branches. One is in India, near Delhi, and the other is in China. So then I made a presentation to their Gora people in Switzerland, and they were quite excited about this. They said, wow, We have not seen any such program anywhere in the world. And if we can do it, it will be great for our country, for India, and for our region. But then Nestle Food Safety Institute alone cannot handle the whole thing. So we need an institution which has experience in conducting exams and competitions, so many things. So then I was thinking whether to contact IIM Ahmedabad or IIT Mumbai or ISB Hyderabad or NIFTEM in near Delhi. Then I thought probably NIFTEM would be the best institution to be working with, because NIFTEM is the only institution in the area of food safety and food technology which has been recognized by the government as an institute of national importance. Institute of national importance. That is the only institution in the country. So I met the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Professor Chindi Vasudevappa, and a very genuine and a lovely person and a very positive oriented person. And he said, yeah, it's a good idea, let's do that. So then I got Nestle Food Safety Institute and NIFTEM to sign a memorandum of understanding, and therefore it is like a partnership. It's a partnership program. Now, what is the purpose of this? How is it going to benefit? How is it going to benefit India? If we have food safety professionals leading Indian businesses, then we build a national image. We not only promote food safety in India, but also promote food safety in our region. Because this year, it is an all India program. Next year, it would be South Asia program. And when I say South Asia, it would be Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, if they come, I don't know, Maldives, Afghanistan, hopefully. So our region, maybe Myanmar, and gradually we might think of expanding if we have enough bandwidth to do that. So we need to promote food safety in the region. And if you promote food safety in the region, then the regional trade is facilitated. So there is an expansion of business. There is a flow of people and flow of products. And if we have better trade in safe food, the people in our region will prosper. I'm seeing the larger picture. And then all of us have opportunity to export more and more food products to the global market. And if you as young people lead food businesses with food safety in mind, then not only that we reduce wastage in our country, we also increase our exports through less rejections as well. And I would be very happy to see, like in the software industry, it is the Indians who are at the helm of affairs globally. And I would like to see you people at the helm of affairs globally in food business. So to India, there is a benefit. To South Asia, there is a benefit. And to you, as I said in the beginning, it is your recognition. It is a recognition of your talent. And if we keep promoting this leadership, so this year we have, let us say, we select 100 people. Next year again, 100 people. Third year again, 100 people. See, imagine after a period of 10 years, I may not be there, but after a period of 10 years, we will have a pool of 1,000 business leaders in with food safety talent. And therefore you have better opportunities and rapid career growth. I was having a discussion with Nestle people. They said they are thinking, and they're thinking loudly, that in the first year, Out of these 100 professionals that we will select, 20 they might take. And 20 they might take for posting not just in India. You could be posted anywhere in the world. Nestle has offices in almost all countries. You might get a posting in Sri Lanka, or you might get a posting in Vevey in Switzerland, or Germany, in New York. Kellogg's can take. So big companies will, 100 is nothing. We might have to increase this number in due course. And you will lead food businesses everywhere. India ko chha aana hai subject. And therefore, the industry is going to be benefited. The regulators, not only in India, but in other countries, will be benefited. Maybe you have opportunities in FAO, WHO, ITC, Geneva, World Bank. When I did, you all know, most of you know that I was a quiz master. I still like to do quizzing in food safety. And in 2018, when we conducted this quiz competition for Asia, and I did one in Bangladesh, where 12 colleges were there, will you believe FAO took 2 persons right on the spot. They hired them right in front of me in the hall after the quiz was over. They hired 2 of them. So there are opportunities to work in global organizations, multinational organizations, and intergovernmental international organizations like FAO, WHO, IAEA, ITC, wherever. So that is the benefit of this program that we have planned. So the structure, let's see the structure. So first of all, the competition will be once in a year. This year it is all India. Next year, hopefully, it will be South Asia. You must have a science background. All of you have, sure. And we want young talent to be there, young people. So we have kept an age of 32 years. Earlier, we had kept 30 years, but then I'm a democratic person. I go by the wisdom of, collective wisdom of everyone. Everybody said, let's have it 32. So I said, okay, we'll have 32. And of course, for women, for OBC, SC, and ST, we have kept the age limit of 35 years. All science graduates or students in the final semester of their undergraduation course, or post-graduations, or PhDs, with experience, without experience, all are eligible to compete in this competition. And there is no limit to the number of attempts you want to make. If for any reason, supposing everybody is not going to get selected, supposing I am a candidate, I don't get selected this year, I can apply again next year, as long as I am within that age limit. So this is the broad criteria. The registration is already open on 23rd April. And if my understanding is correct, almost already 1,000 people have already registered there. What is the structure of this program? So I've kept it deliberately at 3 stages. First is identification. So we identify the talent first, broadly speaking. All of you are talented, but we then do a selection through an exam. Then we do mentoring. I'll explain that why. And then the selection process. So let's see this 3-stage process. The first stage is the identification, where we will evaluate you through an objective type exam on non-technical matters. And I will explain which are those non-technical areas and which are those technical areas. So we will examine you through an objective exam. And non-technical areas, it will be 1 hour. and then there's a gap of 15 minutes, and then 2 hours for the technical part of it. It's a computer-based test, and you can take this exam sitting at home, anywhere in the world. You may be in the United States, you may be in Timbuktu or Antarctica, as long as you have the internet facility and a laptop, you can take that exam from there. You can be in a village. That is the beauty of this competition, that you can take, you don't have to travel to a center. And then there will be questions of 4 different levels. You know what is Kaun Banega Crorepati? So as you answer the questions, the level of difficulty increases. So there are 4 levels of questions. Level 1 will carry 1 mark. Level 2 will carry 2 marks. Level 3 will carry 3 marks. Level 4 will carry 4 marks. So at the end, after you have completed your exam, there's no fixed number of questions. As you keep answering them, questions will keep popping up on your screen. We have a question bank of about 6,000 questions in technical and non-technical areas put together. More than 4,500 in technical areas, and 25% are non-technical areas. Even if 10 of you are sitting on one table with your own computers, all of you will get different questions. You will not get the same question. Why? Because you are more competent than me. So your level of difficulty increases as you answer level 1 questions. So you go to level 2 or you go to level 3. But I am not able to go to level 2. So I still remain at level 1 because I have not been able to answer more questions. So questions will keep changing. And like in FSSAI, there are 120 questions. Here, you can answer 200 questions. It's up to you. Within that time frame, you answer any number of questions. So therefore, when you have completed your exam, you will know the score that you have got on the screen. It will come. And every question that will come on your screen will also show how many marks it has, which means that you will understand whether it is a level 1 question or a level 2 question or a level 3 question. But don't waste your time on that. Attend to focus on the question. At the end of the exam, you will see the score. Remember that score. And we will have that score with us. So at this stage, we are going to identify 500 of you, 500 young talent through this objective exam. And these 500 people will then take a subjective exam of 3 hours. And this will include both technical and non-technical. I will explain what is technical and non-technical. Just wait for a few minutes. And in this subjective exam, there will be 4 questions of technical nature, out of which 1 will be compulsory. And then you have to answer 3 more questions, which means if we give you 5 questions in technical areas, 1 will be compulsory. Out of the remaining 4, you have to answer 3. Similarly, in non-technical areas, we give you 3 questions, out of which 1 is compulsory. Out of the remaining 2, you have to answer 1. Which one will be compulsory? I will explain that in the next few slides. Just for the moment, please understand this. So we are identifying you for your knowledge of non-technical and technical areas. And we have identified 500 of you. And after the subjective exam, we would zero in on 250 of you, 50%. So out of 500, we will then select 250 people. These 250 people will be given a mentoring on soft skills, how to participate in a group discussion, how to negotiate, your negotiating skills. The idea is that all these 250 people will come to the same level. We will bring all these 250 people at the same level through mentoring, through on soft skills, personality development, presentation skills, confidence building, negotiation skills, those kinds of things we are going to tell you. And this mentoring will be done by eminent people in our industry. We have already started working on who those people will be. Eminent people, they will come and tell you stories, tell you their experiences. They will also engage you in discussions. So we will, supposing there is a Zoom meeting of 250 people, then there will be 15, 20 breakout rooms. And these each breakout room, there will be 8 or 10 people or 15 people. And then you will be given a subject to discuss and come with solutions. And subjects could be related to food science, could be related to regulations, could be related to any political issue, a geopolitical issue, or Armenia, or Ukraine, or Taiwan issue, or oil, any subject under the sun. Because we have already examined you on your knowledge in the technical and non-technical areas, where general knowledge, current affairs is also one of the things. We now want to see you being able to participate in a group discussion. So this training mentoring will be virtual for 4 days, and then you go for group discussion. Group discussion, any subject can be given to you. 8 of you, this will be a physical program. 8 of you will be seated on a table, 8 or 10 or 6, I don't know at the moment. We have to figure it out. Probably we will do it at 4 or 5 different locations in the country. And then you will be given a subject. When I did my group discussion, you know when? 1975. Or maybe, yeah, 75. 1975. And I remember, and I was a student of pure science, biochemistry. And the subject of my group discussion at the Indian Institute of Foreign Trade was oil producing and exporting countries, the issues of OPEC. We were given this subject and 8 of us had to discuss this. So we evaluate how nicely you articulate, how well you carry people along with you, how convincing are your arguments, how logically you argue your point of view. All these things will be observed, and this is what will be done in mentoring. So this mentoring will be done there, but then you also go through that process of group discussion. And then finally, all these 250 people will go for an interview, where we will evaluate you for how you participate in a meeting, how you carry yourself in a meeting, how you behave there. So you see, we are examining you on your technical competence, on your global awareness competence. Are you glued only to your book of food technology or nutrition, or are you familiar with what is happening around the world? So we have first evaluated you on your technical part of it. And when the subjective exams will be given, we will also evaluate you on your writing skills, how you present your arguments in writing. And then how do you present your arguments in a group discussion, an interview. So basically we are scanning you in and out before 100 people are selected. And these 100 people will then go to a training called Business Leadership Enhancement Program. It's a 1-month training at NIFTEM, full-time, residential. It's a paid program, but there will be a possibility for support through scholarships, either by corporates or by NIFTEM or by Nestle Food Safety Institute or by anyone. There you may get a support, you may not get a support, but it's a paid program to be conducted at NIFTEM by NIFTEM. And here, the best of the people in the country will be invited. There will be diplomats who will come. There will be people from different institutions in the country, administrative services people, so retired secretaries to Government of India or industry people who will come and educate you. Idea is to, we know you are technically competent. We know that you are a good professional because we have evaluated you through group discussion and interview. You have awareness globally, but now we want to build your leadership because we want to see you as business leaders, not just in India, but globally. And this is what this business leadership enhancement program is about. And finally, there will be an accession to the Cadre. There will be a function which will be organized by the Nestle Food Safety Institute, where business leaders will be invited. In this year's convocation, which is planned for the month of October, the consideration is we don't know whether we will be able to do it or not, but the plan is to invite the Prime Minister, because this is the inaugural program, the first year of the program. So all the top business leaders will be present, all the CEOs will be present, and all these 100 people are likely to get absorbed or offered good positions. As I said, Nestle is already considering taking 20 people out of these 100. So there may be others, Pepsi, Coke, Kellogg's, Unilever, Britannia, and so on. There are about 20, 25 big companies, corporate groups in our country. And we will also be inviting FAO, WHO, World Food Program, World Bank, all these people. So it will be a big function where these 100 young talents will be recognized. And we call it accession to the Cadre. So it is the Cadre of 2022. The next year it will be the Cadre of 2023, 2024, and so on. So you have your own Cadre. So you see how the whole schedule is. So applications have already been started on 23rd April. And as I said, almost 5,000 people have already registered. Applications will close on 31st of May. And then you have an opportunity. We will give you 100 sample questions to see, so that it helps you to practice. And you can practice as many times as you want between 1st of June and 20th of June. Objective type questions. 100 questions, 70 will be technical and 30 probably will be non-technical. And then you take the online exam between 20th and 30th of June, and you select your own comfortable time slot. There will be 4 time slots per day, and you can select any of those time slots. If for any reason one of the time slots is busy and there is no slot available on that particular day, you select another day according to it. And therefore, it's better to do it as soon as possible. And after 30th of June, we will declare the results on 15th of July. And then you also will get mock practice questions for subjective type exam, so that you have an idea. These are all sample questions. You have an idea of the nature of the questions that is likely to come in the subjective type exams. And then you take the online exam, which will be on 23rd and 24th, just 2 days, because there you are only 500 candidates at that stage and 4 time slots. And this is again a computer based. You can sit at home and give the exam. And the results will be declared on 16th of June. And then the mentoring will be done for 4 days, 29th August to 1st of September. And you would see that it is written 3 to 5 days, although the program is for 4 days. The 5th day is a feedback session, which will be given to you. And then the group discussions and interviews will be conducted in 15th to 30th of September. Final cadre list will be announced. Selected 100 people will be announced in October. Then training of 1 month, and the ceremony will be in December, first week or second week. So this is how the program, the schedule has been structured. This is a broad syllabus. It is there on the website. Technical module and the non-technical modules. Technical module is about 75% of the questions on variety of subjects related to your area of work: food technology, microbiology, analysis, nutrition, biotechnology, biochemistry, quality management systems, food safety, WTO, SPS, Codex, national and international organizations, broad understanding of the food laws. Nobody is going to ask you what is the particular paragraph of a regulation of the EU or Canada. These kinds of questions will not be asked, but we expect you to have a general understanding or broad understanding of the laws of South Asia, ASEAN countries, EU, USA, Canada, Japan, Australia, so on. And in the non-technical module, which is 25% of the questions, you will have questions of arithmetic reasoning, analytical skills, general awareness, current affairs, writing skills, English vocabulary, synonyms, antonyms, those kinds of things, and maybe others. Business management. We don't expect you to read Philip Kotler, but we expect you to have an understanding of business management. I'm not expecting you to be able to answer financial management questions like profit and loss or balance sheet, no. But a general understanding of business management and business ethics. Let's see, in the objective exams, it will be, the non-technical module will be about 1 hour, where you will have approximately, I'm not giving you exact figure because it cannot be exact, but approximately 30% of the questions will be of arithmetical and analytical skills. Another 30% will be general knowledge, current affairs. 18% business management and ethics. English vocabulary, 15%. That is the broad framework of these. Then there are other areas, IT and other things. So then that becomes 100%. But as of now, I'm giving you the percentage, approximate percentage of the major areas where of non-technical nature. And within 1 hour, you have to answer as many questions as you wish. It's up to you. Level 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have a 15 minutes comfort break. And then you come back for 2 hours on the technical module. So 25% of the questions will be on food regulations, India or global, other countries, as I said in my previous slide, WTO, Codex, EU, Japan, Australia, Canada, USA, whatever, ASEAN, our region, 25, approximately 25. Out of this 75% of technical, 25%. Then food safety and food hygiene, food safety management systems, food microbiology, about 28%. Then food technology, food chemistry, food engineering, food analysis, about 25% questions. Biochemistry, nutraceuticals, nutrition, about 15% questions. So these are percentages within that 75% of the questions of technical module. Similarly, arithmetic, reasoning, GK, business management, those percentages are within, approximate percentages are within the overall percentage of 25%. In subjective exams, which will be a 3-hour exam, in the technical module, now there is no comfort break here. This is at a stretch 3 hours exam. One will be compulsory, as I said before, which will be on regulatory, either India or any other country, WTO, Codex. That will be a compulsory question. And then you will have one question each from the remaining 4 groups that are on your screen, and you have to answer 3 of them. In the non-technical, the question related to business management, business ethics, because we are making you as safe food business professionals. So business management ethics is the compulsory question. And within the remaining 2 groups, you have to answer 1 more. So there is a choice in the remaining. So the compulsory question will carry 20 marks and the others will carry 15 marks. Now, if you decide that you are not comfortable with the compulsory question, you don't want to answer that, but to come to the figure of 4 questions, you answer all the remaining 4 group questions. That is not acceptable. The last one will not be counted. So you will be given marks only on the first 3 of the group questions. Because the compulsory question is supposed to be answered. So in that case, you will be evaluated only for 15 multiplied by 3, 45 marks. Not for 65 marks. Other practical information. The detailed syllabus, I gave you a broad outline of the syllabus, but the detailed syllabus is on the website. The FAQs are also there, but if you still have questions today, please ask me and I'll try and answer as many questions as possible. There are some questions probably in the chat box and I will answer all of them one by one. Then, since this is a computer-based exam, you will be monitored for any unethical practices. You're supposed to have a camera on your laptop. So there will be a guidance manual which will be available. There will also be a technical support in case there is a technical problem. So you will be provided that help. And if because of the technical support, because of technical reasons at your end, no, but at the end of the examiner, if there's a problem, then that will not be counted in terms of time. So you will be given that much of extra time. So why we are taking 15 days to give the results, although the results are available immediately, is we have to select top 500. So we will review the top 600. First of all, in case there are any people who have shown unethical practice during the computer-based exam, then those people will be removed from the list. So we will take only those which have not done any unethical practice and have got this course. So the top 500 will be taken after removing the people who have failed in the proctor. So mock practice we are giving you. We'll give you about 100 questions in objective and about 8 or 10 questions in subjective as well. Then after you have given the objective exam, you can download a certificate that you participated in the in the exam. So that certificate of participation, pre-signed, digital signed certificate can be downloaded for yourself with your name on it. But when these 100 people will be selected at the end, during the function, during the convocation, printed certificates will be given, and the top 3 people's name will be mentioned that you were number 1, or you were number 2, or you were number 3 in the final exam. After at the selection, and maybe there are medals as well. And finally, as I said before, you have the best of the career opportunities globally. And I believe me, I would be the happiest person to see you people flowering everywhere in the world. दुनिया में कहीं भी आप जाएंगे, हमारे देश का नाम रोशन करें. You will work in the top business houses in the food business and will be posted all over the world. This is my dream. If not in 1 year, maybe in 2 years, maybe in 3 years, we will have 300, 400 people posted. कहीं भी मैं दुनिया में जाऊं और पूछूं, I want to meet so and so Nilesh Lele working in Kellogg's in New York. Oh, I will seek an appointment with him and go and meet him. ये करके दिखाना है आप सबको, मजा आएगा. शक दे इंडिया, देश का नाम रोशन करना है आपको. And this is what I want to see. Okay, thank you very much. And I will now take up the questions in the chat box first, and then then if there are any other questions, please, Nilesh is there to moderate the entire program.
Sure.
Presentation was definitely working. I don't know why this was not visible to Mr. Virendra Kumar Pandey. The PPT is working. I suggest you join. Okay. Certificate will be issued to registered candidates.
So that's for today's
Where can
session.
I apply for this exam? You can apply for this exam. Go to the NIFTEM or Nestle Food Safety Institute website and register yourself. Just register, go to the website, see where it is. There is a registration portal. There is a list of FAQs. Question number 9, if I'm right, which shows the registration portal. Register there. There's a small fee you have to pay because there is a lot of money that is going to be spent. So just pay the fee and book your slot. There is an error I see when I try to register. Ojasvi Uppal, please send an email to me. I will write my email ID here. Or there is also an email ID of the institution, but you can send it to me.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Let me write dave.nfsi@gmail.com. Here it is. Please send an email to me if you have a problem. I will immediately forward that email to the people who are responsible for registration, and they will resolve your issue. Okay?
Yes, thank you, sir. Can I ask another question, sir?
No. Let me just first answer all the questions in this chat box. I am a student of first year of graduation. Can I give the exam? No, you cannot give the exam, Trisha. You are not really prepared for the exam. That is why we have not made you eligible. You should be in the final semester of your graduation. But start looking at this. Start preparing now. And when you are ready, you will be the first person. I am very sure about it. Books available in the market. You just see your technical areas. You are all studying food technology, food science, nutrition, biochemistry, food analysis. ये सब तो आप लोग पढ़ ही रहे हैं. तो इसमें तो जो आप लोग किताब पढ़ते हैं वही पढ़िए. What you need to study beyond this is maybe some organic products का थोड़ा सा देखिए कि क्या क्या regulations हैं, क्या क्या system है. Go to AgMark, go to QCI, go to EPIDA website. Look at different websites of different institutions in our country. Go to the websites of EU का regulation थोड़ा सा देखिए, थोड़ा USA का देखिए, अलग अलग रेगुलेशन कौन कौन से मेन रेगुलेशंस हैं उनके, किस सब्जेक्ट एरिया के रेगुलेशंस हैं. किसी EU का मान लीजिए सपोजिंग देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन रिलेटिंग टू लेबलिंग रेगुलेशंस ऑफ EU, एटलीस्ट रेगुलेशन नंबर और ये तो पता होना चाहिए. आपसे ये नहीं एक्सपेक्ट किया जाएगा कि उस पैराग्राफ में क्या लिखा है, दैट विल नॉट बी एक्सपेक्टेड, बट एटलीस्ट यू शुड नो व्हिच इज द रेगुलेशन, या कौन सा ISO का स्टैंडर्ड एप्लीकेबल है किसी चीज के लिए. Those kinds of things you should generally be aware of. हाँ, SPS, TBT, WTO, ये आपको जरूर पता. कोडेक्स, ये सवाल तो जरूर आएंगे. ये तो टेक्निकल हो गया. नॉन टेक्निकल में करंट अफेयर्स, जनरल नॉलेज क्या है. Are you reading newspapers? We want to see, are you worldly aware of everything in the world? What is happening around you? थोड़ा सा बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट भी देखिए. इसके बारे में हम कोई किताबें नहीं हुआ करती हैं. All you have to do is to study, to read, to see what businesses are doing. These kinds of things you should be aware of. एक लंबा क्वेश्चन है ये. Anita, certificates are auto-generated, hence each one has to log in with your registered email. When you have given your objective type exam, as soon as you submit your question paper, either you submit it, अगर आप थक गए हैं तो, or you just continue. As soon as 3 hours are over, your question paper will automatically get submitted. And as soon as it is submitted, it will show you the score. It will also show you an icon, please download your certificate. Just click on that and download it. As simple as that. As far as registration portal is concerned and payments, it is all in continuation. Registration करेंगे, फिर payment करेंगे. Payment करेंगे, उसके बाद फिर आप अपना time slot, date और slot book करेंगे. Go to the registration portal. ये तो हो गया. Okay, now let me see. Any other question? Is there any book available? As I said, I don't know if there are any books, पर मेरे ख्याल से books नहीं है इन चीजों के ऊपर. Maybe there will be somebody who will create books now once this exam is conducted, then with the experience. ये मेरा लोगो है. ये देखिए, ये इन्होंने, वाह, somebody, Nilesh, smart person. Nilesh, are you eligible to appear in the exam?
No, I don't think so.
मैंने भी इसीलिए 32 years का एज लिखा कि मैं भी eligible नहीं हूँ.
Yes.
I also not eligible. So that is the registration portal. So there are no specific. I am doing BSc Clinical Nutrition. I am in second year. Are you in the final year? If you are in the final year, then yes. Second year, I'm sorry, you have to wait for 1 more year. Whether selection of candidates has any specific number with respect to categories, what does that mean, Pratika? Whether the selection of candidates has any specific number with respect to categories? No. Oh, you mean is there any specific number of people who will be selected from these categories? No. This is only for the purposes of age and fee relaxation. But competence, it is your competence. Whichever category you may be, you are all equal. Because we are now selecting people for the country, for the world. This relaxation is only in case of fee and in case of age for OBC, SC, ST categories. I have some administrative issue while I filled application and paid, but error has happened and now seeing to make payment. Priyanka, if you have already paid, you send me an email. I have given my email ID just now. Just send an email to me. And if you also try and quote your registration number, so what I will do is I will forward that email to the registration people so that your issue is sorted out.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so from the chat box, I don't see any more questions. If there are any other questions, Nilesh, is there somebody who is raising the hand or somebody? Yes, Ojasvi.
Yeah, thank you so much for the presentation, sir. I have a question regarding the interview and GD at the end. Supposedly somebody is not able to come back to India. I saw online that the interview has to be physical. So should I be applying for the exam if I'm not able to come to India and, possibly in September?
Okay, so which means that if you are not in India and you have to appear for the GD and interview, then you have to come. You will have to find a way how to arrive. If you are competent, if you have cleared the first stage, second stage, आना बनता है यार. Got to come.
Okay, sir. Actually, it's the same time I'm. Sir, it's the same time, sir. I'm graduate. Like I'll be.
Huh? Sorry, you are muted now.
Yeah, and also, sir, I'm doing my traineeship, so both of them will be finishing at the same time in October. So I do not know if I'll be allowed to leave before that. And
we will
again,
write, wherever you are, we will write to them and encourage them to allow you to come because you are an extremely competent person. You have crossed objective, subjective. आना बनता है यार. तो नहीं आओगे भाई?
Okay, sir. Sure,
तुम्हारी
sir.
जगह हो तो मैं सारी दुनिया छोड़ के आ जाऊंगा.
Sir, I was also thinking the same, which is why I was still planning to apply whether or not it was for later.
No, you must apply and.
Okay.
करो यार, करना चाहिए.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Shravya seems to have asked a question. Does the certificate have validity like GATE exam? See, this is the first year of this program. Maybe after 2-3 years, it will be seen as a certificate, which is GATE का क्या होता है कि GATE के बाद आपको जॉब मिल जाता है सीधा? क्या होता है? नीलेश, प्लीज एक्सप्लेन टू मी. मैंने तो GATE पास किया नहीं है यार. मैंने गेट का एग्जाम ही नहीं, हमारे टाइम पे होता ही नहीं था.
गेट इज फॉर हायर एजुकेशन लाइक मास्टर्स डिग्री.
Okay.
Admission.
No. This is for your job, not for higher education. If you want to go for higher education after passing this, it's your choice. But this is basically not for admissions to any higher classes. This is for a job. This, see. You know, in French we call it crème de la crème. क्रीम में से क्रीम निकालेंगे हम. ये 100 लोग, these 100 people is the cream of our country. It's like a campus selection we have done for the big companies. Take them. They are meant for you. They are the leaders, going to be the leaders. Not just in India, globally. This is not for exams. This is not for taking admissions. This is for career growth. Okay, Shravya? Any other questions? If anyone still has any questions, you have my email ID, send it to me. I will respond. Okay. And anyone who has any issues with registration, please send an email to me. I will immediately forward that to the concerned authorities and ask them to sort it out for you. If you have received a registration number or something, please quote that as well.
Great,
This is
sir.
an opportunity for you people. This is an opportunity to prove to the world that you are the best in the country. And I would really be delighted to see you in top positions. Cadre India. Okay. Okay, I will have a sip of water.
Yes, sir. Great, sir. Thank you very much. I think most of the questions have been answered. And sir, there are a couple of physical programs also, right? You are
yes,
attending Delhi.
There are several of them. Tomorrow, I am going to Hisar in a university where there are people from other universities also coming. Then next day, I will be in Niftem in Delhi, near Delhi. Then I'm going to Mumbai in UICT and SIES. Then I'm going to Hyderabad in NIN and Osmania University. Then I'm going to Chennai, Anna University. Then going to Niftem Thanjavur. Then I'm going to CFTRI in between some online programs. So just to tell people about this program and to answer questions, because everything cannot be written on the website. So many things which I have told you. So how should you prepare for this competition is something that was important to tell people. And this is what I tried to do. How do you prepare for this competition? And this is exactly the same presentation I'm going to make at other places. Nilesh. There seem to be 3 more questions in the chat box. Let's see what it is. Oh, this is just basically appreciating the program. Thank you so much, all of you who have appreciated, and love to see you in the big positions someday. Thank you all.
This program was also broadcasted on YouTube and will stay on YouTube. So if anybody has missed it or would want to watch it again, I'm putting the YouTube link as well in the chat box. So it will be available there in future as well.
And can you WhatsApp to all the groups, those SK groups and other
yes,
groups?
Sir, I will do that.
Put the YouTube this thing link so that the people whosoever wants to see it later can see it once again.
Definitely.
So the YouTube will also show the presentation, right, Nilesh?
Yes, yes, everything, yeah. Like the Zoom meeting today, exactly same thing will be seen there.
Very good, very good, very good. Just send it to me by WhatsApp also.
Yes, sir, I'll do that. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Should we close?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I would like to officially thank sir for his guidance, and sir has also given his email address. So anybody has any issues or questions, they can reach out to sir or to our team also, and we'll be more than happy to resolve any questions, queries that you may have. So thank you, sir, and we will call it an official close for today's program.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.